Man, hear all that. Damn, we got fans going in.
Shalom Alaikum. Shmi Yashar Yehuda. Kal Halal Yahuwah Bahashem Yehusha Barakat Yisrael. All right, in English, that's just peace be unto you. My name is Yashar Yehuda. All praises to Yahuwah in the name of Yehusha. Blessings to Israel. All right, so the title of this video is The Fall of America, Mene-Mene-Tekel-Upharsin. Again, the title of this video is The Fall of America, Mene-Mene-Tekel-Upharsin. All right, so the Mene-Mene-Tekel-Upharsin, these words are echoed in the book of Daniel, chapter 5, verse 22 through 25. And these verses are speaking of the king of Babylon, whose name was Belshazzar. And he was given an omen or a sign that foretold the tumbling and the fall of his mighty kingdom of Babylon. All right, so we, in fact, are entering the death throes of America as a superpower, and even its very existence as a nation. America is Mystery Babylon. And Mystery Babylon, you can read about Mystery Babylon in the book of Revelations in the New Testament, the last book of the Bible, chapter 17 and chapter 18. So again, America is Mystery Babylon. Again, that's found in the book of Revelation. So let's go to Revelations chapter 17, verses 3 through 5. All right, so let's go ahead and read verse 3 first. And it reads, So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of the names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. All right, let's go to verse 4. Well, let me just go ahead and give you a quick breakdown of verse 3. Verse 3 is the woman sitting upon the beast. That is America. America is the woman. The beast is the European Union. And the 7 heads, they represent the 7 kingdoms that ruled the world. And the 10 horns, they represent the last kingdom is going to be made up of 10 kingdoms. So those 10 horns represent the 10 kingdoms that's going to make up the 4th beast. And again, that 4th beast is the European Union. All right, so we're going ahead to verse 4. Revelations chapter 17, verse 4. And it reads, And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. All right, going down to verse 5, it reads, And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And again, America is this Mystery Babylon. She is the woman that sits atop of the 4th beast. Again, that 4th beast is the European Union. All right, so again, that fourth beast is the revived Edomite Roman Empire. All right, so let's get a look at another look at the beast here. Here's the beast with the 7 heads, and it has the 10 horns, and the woman that sits atop of that beast. That beast being red because it represents the Edomites. These are the race of the Edomites. These are the Caucasian or the European people that are symbolized as being red in this with this picture of this beast. We know that Esau, which was the father of the Europeans, was born with red skin. That's Genesis 25 and 25. All right, so that's why we have the color red and the symbology of the beast being red. All right, so here we see a picture of the European Union, their flag, and it has the 12 stars. All right. So we know, let me just go over that briefly with you. The European Union that was started in 1957, and it was started with 6 nations, and those 6 nations that was Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Denmark, and later we had Denmark that joined, and we had Ireland that joined, and the United Kingdom that joined. And Greece was the 10th nation that joined in 1981. So from 1957 to 1981, they had 10 nations. So right now they have a total of about 28 nations that's in the European Union today. But the original makeup was that 10 right there that they had, and that was in 1981. They had the 10 nations. So the Bible said it's going to be this fourth beast is going to be made up of the 10 nations here. So the European Union, they fit that prophecy. They fit that profile there. So again, this is the flag, and it has the 12 stars made up of 10 European Western nations. Okay, so continuing on, the Most High Power, Yahuwah, warned all people that he would give signs. Let's see. Okay, so he would give signs in the heaven, and those signs, they would consist of blood moons, solar eclipses, as well as alignments, star alignments that's going to take place. So all of these signs are going to be taking place in the heavens, that we can look up into the heavens and get an understanding of where we stand as far as the prophetic clock, destruction to the wicked Gentiles, the heathens, just running things at this particular point. So again, the Most High, he gave all of the people signs in the heaven to herald the destruction of the wicked kingdoms. All right, so this is found in the book of Acts chapter 2, verse 20. So here's, well, those were just 2 pictures. This is showing the solar eclipse here. And the next one here, this is the sign that took place in 2017. This was September the 23rd, the astronomical alignment of the constellation of Virgo and Leo. And it also had the 3 planets. We had Venus, Mars, and Mercury lined up. And we also had the planet Jupiter, which is the king planet, that was residing in the lower portion of the constellation of Virgo, which symbolizes the birth, and that symbolizes the birth of the Messiah as well, elect. All right, so this particular sign, it never happened in 6,000 years of recorded astronomical alignment. So this was a particular strong sign given by the Most High in the heavens. And you can read about this sign being displayed in the book of Revelations, chapter 12, verses 1 through 3. All right, so it brings out that particular sign. All right, let me see if I can get the. All right, so this is the Acts chapter 2, verse 20. And speaking of the different signs that the Most High would give the people as a warning of judgment and the end of the world that was going to come upon the whole world. So this is it reads, it says, the sun will become dark, and the moon will turn blood red before the great and glorious day of Yahuwah arrives. And you can also read about lunar eclipses as well as solar eclipses in the book of Revelations chapter 6 verse 12. Hold on one second, let me clear some of these up. All right. All right, so I want to show, next thing I want to show is a picture of the eclipse that's going to, that took place. We had one eclipse that took place in the year 2017, and we have another eclipse that's going to take place next year on April the, I think it's April the 8th of 2024. One second, let me see if I can get this one. All right, so here it is. This one, okay, it's showing the eclipse that happened back in 2017. This was August the 21st, and you can see the sun going across America there. And as I already read, the sun, it was an omen for the people on the earth to look for judgment. Also, these eclipses, they also symbolize that the Messiah would return to the earth when these eclipses occur. All right, so we have this one that was occurring in 2017 of August the 21st. You see the solar eclipse going directly across America. All right, that was the first one. All right, so let's look at the next one. All right, so this next one is going to occur next year on April the 8th. And you can see the path of the solar eclipse is going directly across America, making the X symbol. You see that? That's the sun that's eclipsed right there. It's a dark sun that's going directly across America. All right, so here is another picture showing you the X, and we know that X marks the spot. So we had the eclipse that was going across America in 2017, and we have the one that's scheduled to go across America, making the X in 2024. All right, so again, these are very serious omens that the Most High gave, and they symbolize judgment that's coming to America, directly across America. All right, and again, those are 7 years apart. We know that the number 7 plays a major role in prophetic history. All right, so we know that the Most High moves in sevens. All right, so that's very important. It's very key. All right, so let's move on to the next bit of information. All right, so we see that this exit marks the spot and is sealing America's fate for destruction by the Most High Power Yahuwah Elohim. All right, so the next thing on the horizon for America is the coming economic collapse and the fall of the American dollar and the switch to CBDC. All right, so again, we're going to be switching to CBDC. Let me get that. All right, so as you can see from this picture here, it says central bank digital currency. So that's the acronym for CBDC. All right. So again, let me read that again. It says the next thing that's on the horizon for America is the coming economic collapse and the fall of the dollar and the switch to CBDC, which stands for the central bank digital currency. All right. So this system will be run, or is run, in fact, now being run by the government, and it's called Fed Now. All right. So Fed Now stands for the federal government, Fed Now. All right. So as you can see here, they're setting up this this new system of digital currency. All right. And this new system that they have here, this is planned to launch this year in the month of July. All right. So they're going to bring this thing online, this digital currency. And again, it's called the Fed Now. And the acronym is, again, it's the central bank digital currency. This is all had been planned in the works by the American government. All right. And as well as, pretty much all of the governments around the world, all the major governments, they all have this plan to eventually go to digital money. And after that, they plan on, having a form of biometric money. You know what I'm saying? They want to implant a microchip in people and have them use that as a means of their access to this digital money. All right. So again, the American government, along with the fourth beast, and again, the fourth beast is the EU, the European Union. All right. Made up of those 10 nations, those 10 kingdoms. All right. We know I already showed you the flag that has 12 stars on it representing 12 nations. Those were the first 12 nations that were in the European Union. And that goes back to, again, 1986, when they had the first 12 kingdoms or nations in that European Union. All right. So again, the American government, along with the fourth beast, the European Union, the Western powers, have long planned to switch to a digital currency. And again, followed up with an implantable microchip for everyone to buy or sell goods around the world. So they got this digital money in the works, and they've already instituted. They've already come out with the implantable microchip. So here's a picture of the microchip. They have many people around the world have this microchip. They inject this microchip in your hand, and you can use. They download your financial information on this chip. It has all of your history, your date of birth, all of that, all of your personal information can be downloaded on this chip, and you can use this chip to scan, at different stores and locations, and pay for items, to get in access to buildings by scanning this particular chip. So all of this stuff is already out here. These governments have already had this plan to bring in the fulfillment of scripture. And I'm going to get that scripture. That scripture is Revelation chapter 13, verse 11 and verse 16. It speaks about the mark of the beast. All right. So again, they have this plan to get this digital money, and eventually, get everyone using this digital money, and eventually to receive a mark. They want to put something in your skin. That's what the whole thing is about, something that they can implant and inject into your skin. And this would give everyone access to buy and sell goods. You would have to have this digital money or this chip in order to travel, get on airplanes, leave the country, going to the gas station, going to the grocery store. So they're going to leave you no option, eventually. So it's going to come time when people are going to have to make some tough decisions, and take a stand, for the truth, and not submit to taking the mark of the beast. All right. So again, this prophecy is brought out in the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 11. So let's read that. All right. Hold on one second. Let me pull that up. All right. So Revelations chapter 13, verse 11, and it says, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Going down to verse 16, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the number of the beast or the number of his name. 18, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. That's the 666. Okay. All right. So they have this plan to get everyone to take a mark so that they can, just participate in having the right to buy something. So this is their goal, to eventually get everyone to have this particular mark. All right, so in this prophecy by John the Revelator here, this was written almost 2,000 years ago, and we see these things coming to pass today. So there you can see the great power that the Most High possesses, and revealing his secrets to his prophets and to the people that has an eye to see and an ear to hear and receive this truth. All right, so now I'm going to focus a little bit more on on America's economic collapse, which I believe will occur in the U.S., the United States, within 1 to 2 years by 2025. All right, so this is going to be this is in fact due to chronic overspending and an ever increasing $31 trillion national debt. All right, before I show you that ticker, here is a device right here. You can see they have all of these devices available right now in various locations where you can just wave your hand over a scanner and you can actually pay for items. So they already have this technology available. It's just a matter of time before they try to force it upon the masses of the people. All right, so again, we have a $31 trillion national debt in America. 31 trillion. All right, so you can see here from this picture that the national debt of $31 trillion with a T is constantly and continually growing at the rate of $75 million an hour of debt accumulation. $75 million an hour. So this is the amount of debt that America is faced with. Big time debt. All right. So what we're dealing with here around the world, because the powers that be, they've already planned, to go to a digital money. So we're going to be dealing with the de-dollarization of the dollar internationally. Okay. All right. So the cause of this problem Americans are facing today began back in 1971. All right. This is when the then president Nixon removed America from the dollar, remove America from the gold standard. All right, so the dollar was backed by the gold standard. And President Nixon in 1971, he removed the gold standard and he replaced it with the funny money, the fiat paper money, which is backed by nothing but thin air. All right, so another president of America here, we have pictured here President Thomas Jefferson. He's quoted a famous quote of his that said, uh, paper is poverty. It is only the ghost of money and not money itself. All right, so we see President Thomas Jefferson, how he did not agree with this fiat money. All right, but we have President Nixon taking America off of the gold standard. All right, so this was the beginning of the fall of the financial greatness of America. All right, so again, so today, America is 130% debt to income ratio. America is at 130% debt to income ratio, which means the country is upside down and digging a deeper hole for itself every day because we are spending more than we are earning, and we are already deeply indebted. We're indebted to other countries. I can give you some examples of that. We're indebted to the country of China to the tune of $859 billion that America owes to China. We owe $1 trillion with a T to Japan, and we owe $600 billion to the United Kingdom. So America is deeply indebted. The dollar is inflated. The dollar is losing its value. So all of this stuff is making up the perfect storm for the collapse of the economy, the collapse of the dollar, and the moving of the currency to a digital currency. So again, it's the perfect storm. And all of the countries, around the world, they are slowly moving away from the dollar. Okay, so next. All right. Next, the government has been borrowing money from the Social Security ever since the year 1981. So let me look at that right quick. All right. So ever since 1981, America they've been in need of money so badly that they take money from themselves. They borrow money that was set apart for distribution to the people for Social Security so that they can live. And it's estimated, according to these studies, it's estimated that by the year 2033, the Social Security will be depleted by the year 2033. So there won't be any more money left in that. So all the people that's living off of that money, that money is going to be depleted because America is, taking money out of that because, there's so much in debt at $31 trillion. They owe, so many different countries money. All right. So next, even personal pensions are also in danger of being insolvent. And that means that there won't be any money left for even personal pensions if things continue along this track. Okay, so also due to inflation, I'm going to show you some examples of how inflation affects prices here. So due to inflation, the cost of living has skyrocketed. It takes $10 today to buy what $1 could buy in the year 1960. Another example of this difference in how much the money has been inflated is it would take $25,000 today to buy what you could buy in 1960 with only $2,500. So you can see the disparity, the difference in how much the money is, is just inflated. The money is pretty much is getting to the point where it's worthless. And it takes so much more money just to buy, simple things where you used to be able to buy those things pretty easily. It's because the Fed keeps causing inflation to, be hiked up, to rise up, because they already have this long plan where they want to get rid of money in the first place. And they want to have everyone switch over to this digital currency. All right, so now let's look at a few of the American businesses that are closing and going bankrupt. Further signs of the economic collapse of America and the downfall of the dollar. All right, so we know that, let me get some of those pictures. Let's see. All right, so we know that Walmart said that they were closing 20 stores in 2023. 20 stores. All right, so we have at least 850 stores are set to be shut down and closed by the end of the year 2023. But before I get to showing you some of those stores, I just want to show you some of these banks. We had 3 banks that already closed and that failed this year, which were the Silicon Valley Bank, Silvergate Bank, and the Signature Bank. So all 3 of these banks, they failed this year. All right, so let's go back and look at some of the stores that's set to close this year. All right, so this is let's see. All right, so this is Bed Bath and Beyond. All right, so they are planning to close 150 stores. This is Bed Bath and Beyond. So going down, we have CVS. They said that they will close 300 stores a year for the next 3 years. CVS. All right. Let's see. Let's go down some more. All right. We have see that picture, but we got Walgreens. Walgreens set to close stores as well. Let's see. Pictures aren't loading up here. Well, we have a store called Party City. It's said to close 22 stores this year. Well, those pictures aren't coming up. I'm just going to go ahead and read you some of the names of these stores that's closing. All right, so we have, again, Bed Bath & Beyond closing 150 stores. Party City closing 22 stores this year. Tuesday Morning Home Goods Store is closing 365 stores this year. Big Lots is closing 7 stores this year. Gap and Banana Republic set to close 350 stores by the end of this year. JCPenney already closed 200 stores after the pandemic, and they are also set to close more stores this year. And they'll be closing those stores in Indiana, New York, Minnesota, and California. So as you can see, we have a long list of American stores, businesses that are bankrupt. They're losing money and they're closing stores. Banks are closing. We see the inflation. We see the plan of the American government to switch over to the digital currency. And that's the plan that they have, man. America's is the handwriting is on the wall. That's why I entitled this video, "The Fall of America, Mene-Mene-Tekel-Upharsin." All right, the kingdom of Mystery Babylon, which is America, has been judged and it's been weighed, and they have been found wanting, and the sentence and the gavel is getting ready to fall and crush and destroy America. America will burn, and it will just be a bad memory in the minds of the righteous people that's living over here, the Israelites, because we look forward to the fall of America, because the fall of America is our salvation. The Messiah is coming to deliver the Israelites, and we will be saved, and America will be destroyed for all of the injustices, the slavery, the rape, the murder, the incest, just so much wickedness that's going on, that has gone on in the past in this country, and they have to pay, and time is running out. And anyone who is denying, the handwriting that everyone can see on the wall, then I don't know what to tell you. But if you have any questions, just put them in the comment section and I'll be sure to answer them. Thank you for taking the time to listen. And I just pray that more and more of the Israelites will be able to have an ear to hear and receive this truth, and wake up and realize that we are on a sinking ship, and stop trying to save this thing from sinking. The Most High is going to sink this boat, this ship, and there's no one that can save it. Nothing can save you. All right. That is it. Shalom.